and welcome to Vlogtober Day 5. It is actually quite late in the evening now and I haven't actually filmed anything all day today really. Last night, Sunday the 4th, after I'd finished filming and I went into the house, my intention was to edit the vlog and get it uploaded, but unfortunately not long after I'd got inside I ended up with a really bad stomachache, and I mean really bad. It was one of those stomachaches that you can't do anything. It sort of knocks you for six a little bit. So I think I must have had what Kevin had had. But I don't know. Anyhow, I spent the evening then just sat on the settee just watching a bit of YouTube because I couldn't really concentrate on knitting or anything. And I had a hot water bottle. And it started to ease off after, well, I don't know, an hour or so. But then I was really tired, so I ended up going to bed. So the vlog didn't actually go up on Sunday. It went up today, which is Monday. So the crafting today, I didn't really get much done because this morning I didn't get up too early. Bit out of sorts for myself, but that went off. That was fine. Stomachache had gone, so I was okay. But then I decided to tidy up my knitting corner in the living room. I'm thinking, oh, it's not a big job, that'll not take long. And I've put in a before. I will put in a before picture and an after picture at sort of the end of what I'm doing today. And like I say, it's 9 o'clock now and I haven't finished. It's all nice and tidy. I've readjusted my Lowry stand because I wasn't comfortable with it where it was. I felt I was like leaning over the wrong way. Anyhow, we've sorted it out now and it's fine. So I'll be able to get back to using it properly, hopefully pretty soon. And I'm hoping to get on with that the Laurie Holt one that I was doing with the sewing machines and the sort of quilting patterns on. So I'm looking forward to that, but I probably won't get back into that till after Christmas. But yeah, it's all good. And like I say, my space is looking really tidy now, so I'm really pleased. It's just everything that I either don't want is sat at the end of the settee, so I need to sort that out. So when I've sorted all that, which might be tomorrow, I will then put a picture in. So yeah, I don't know. So I think for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put day 5 and day 6 together, because otherwise for today it's not going to be very much at all, and I've actually come out here to do a little job. So yes, but what I will show you is my not applique, my paper piecing with the William Morris fabric, the winter berries. Now I did say yesterday that I was going to wait until I could get a 12 by 12 frame because I hadn't got any sort of flat 12 by 12s, they were all box frames. Well, luck would have it, when I was tidying up in the front room, I found 2 frames. They're not 12 by 12, but it doesn't matter because my work actually fit in there quite nicely and I only had to trim off a little bit. So if you just bear with me a minute, where have I put it? Oh dear. So what I've done is I've put it in this frame, and I think this is 14 inch by 11 inch. So it is in a flat frame. And all I did was I took the back off, took the bit of paper out that's inside, or a bit of card, whatever it is. I threw the card away and I popped the glass out and I sat the glass on top of my work, because then you can actually see where your edges are and if it's lined up properly and it's nice and straight. And then what I did was I got a pen and I drew around the glass. Then I went to my cutting table and got my ruler and my rotary cutter and cut round. Then I cleaned my glass up inside and out because it was a bit dusty. It's been sat there quite a while. And then I popped the frame down, pop the glass inside. So you put it down like that, put your glass in, then pop my work in, and then put the backing piece on and just folded the little metal lugs down. And it's a bit of a tight fit, but it's fine, it fits in, everything's closed, it's all secure. Now that looks really nice as it is. You could just hang that up, and I know a lot of people do frame the work like this and hang it up, and it's very pretty. But as mine's a window frame and I like to decorate my frames up, I am going to do a little bit of decorating. So as it's not 12 by 12 anymore, it's sort of changed my plan a little bit. So I'm going to have a little bit of a think and a play around maybe tomorrow and see what I can come up with, and I will come back and do something with it either tomorrow, which is the 6th. No, wait a minute, we're on the 6th now, aren't we? Yeah, no we're not. Oh, I don't know what day. I don't know what day I'm on now. Yeah, so it'll be this week. I will get it done and get it finished off. So then that can sit. That will probably sit on my china cabinet with my Christmas decorations. I know it's not Christmassy, but it's wintry and it's got the colours in that's nice and warm. And it'll do for Christmas and winter, anytime really. And then I'll probably hang it up on the wall then at some point. But yeah, I've got my candles on my china cabinet now. If you'll have seen it for Vlogtober. So yeah, and it's a bit of a dark area. So what I did today, as I was having a bit of a clean in the kitchen, I put my little wooden block with all my candles in, and I sat it out there and lit it, and it looks quite nice. So providing the cats don't jump up at it, we'll be fine. I don't think they will. They have not done any jumping up there for quite some time, so we should be safe. And obviously I can see the china cabinet from the living room and the kitchen, so it's okay. Right, so what I might do now is put a clip in of my new toy for my sewing room. I haven't unboxed it yet, so I'm going to go and do that now. I'll probably do that off camera because I don't have a lot of space in it and you're not going to see very much. But when it's out of its box and on the worktop, I will share that with you, and then I will probably call it a day then, and then just continue on tomorrow with day 6. I mean, we're up to 8 minutes now, but I will continue on with tomorrow's vlog then tomorrow. So tomorrow, isn't it? So I will be back very, very shortly. Well, I'm back. I have just unpacked everything, so now I can actually tell you what I have purchased. It's a new overlocker machine for my business and personal use as well. I am longing to get back into making some clothes. I have promised to do t-shirts in the past and pyjamas and things, and I like to overlock all my edges. So here she is. It's taken me about 20 minutes to sort of scan read the book and thread her up. Now normally when you buy an overlocker, it used to come with threads, and it was already threaded, which made things a lot easier, especially if you're new to overlocking machines, because it is very daunting. Because I don't know if you can say, I'll pause you and I'll bring you across. Right, well this is the machine. It's a Genome 2000D Professional, I think it is. Air thread, that's what I mean, air thread. It's a Genome Air Thread 2000D Professional, and it's got an air threading system, and it's really good, and you can have it 4 threads, 3 threads or 2 threads, which that's good. Never had that before. So this is all its workings in here. Now this doesn't look as scary as the old type overlockers used to, or maybe cheaper overlockers, because you used to have you had a threading system all down here, which was very, very daunting trying to do that when you've never done it before. But for this one, all you have to do is thread your threads and come down here. You always have to start from one end. Your manual will tell you which way you thread. So for this machine, I start threading first from here, and then work my way across. So when I get down to here for these 2 threads, you use these buttons for threading, and this is a little lever, and once you've got your threads in the 2 holes, do them separately like, you lift your lever up and then push it down, and it goes whoosh, and it threads it all the way through, and it comes up through here. So you only have to put your threads underneath the foot. So it's very good, and it sews lovely. I must admit, I'm quite impressed. I wasn't sure when I bought it whether I would be impressed or not, but I am. Right, I've just closed the door up, so I'm just going to pop this little tray on, and that catches all your threads as it cuts. So I'll try and give you a quick demonstration of how it works. Oops, sorry, I'm not doing very well here, but I think it's going to focus. There we go. Perfect stitching, absolutely brilliant. I love it. Well, I used to have an overlocker. Well, I've had 2 overlockers actually since I was about 20. I think about 20. 21 actually. The first one I had back in the early 80s, I would say, when I'd already met Kevin. We were already living together and probably about to get married, or was it after we got married? Can't remember. It was around about that time. He got made redundant from the coal board. He used to work there, and he gave me £500. So I promptly went out and bought an overlocking machine, which I suppose back then was quite expensive, probably equivalent to about £1,000 today. And I loved it, and I have still got it. It is tucked away in the cupboard. It's all nice and clean. The only problem with it is the tension's gone on it somewhere, and it doesn't stitch properly. And I've ummed and ahed about getting it looked at. I don't want to get rid of it because it's sentimental, really. So I don't know what to do with it, really, because it could cost a lot of money to have it fixed. And it actually, by today's standards, it is quite slow, but it's still a nice machine. So yeah, it's still sat in the cupboard, packed up in a box. A few years ago, for work, I did actually buy a Brother overlocker machine, just a cheap one. It was only about £150. I thought it would do for work, because I used to do dressmaking classes and other classes, and occasionally we did need an overlocker, especially with the dressmaking and t-shirt making and things like that. And we used it, and you could guarantee every time we used it there was a problem. The tension would just go on it, and to start with it was just a quick tweak of things and I could sort it out. But then it got to a point, sort of after the classes had all finished and I'd sort of changed what I was doing, I kept it and I did use it, but I had the same problems with it, and it was just rubbish. And I thought, there's no point in trying to get it repaired, because it would probably cost me probably nearly as much as what I paid for it. So that went in the skip. So I haven't had an overlocker for about 5 years, I think, and I have actually missed having it. So I decided the time was right. There was a bit of a sale on this machine, so I bought it from GUR Sewing last week, and it arrived actually within a couple of days. So it's actually been sat out here for a few days because I haven't had time to get to it. But now I have, and it's set up on the worktop, so I will be using it. And I think one of the first jobs that I will be doing is making some gift bags. Instead of using wrapping paper for the adults this year, I'm just going to use gift bags, and then they can just give them back to me, and I'm going to make some tags, I hope, if I've got time, with the name on. And the tags will probably be just like an all year round thing, so I can use it for birthdays and whatever. I thought that might be a good idea. So then it's just one set of bags, no paper, no, I say no paper. The paper, wrapping paper, is a bit plastic, isn't it? So you can't recycle it. But I thought this year the kids would have their wrapping paper because that's what I've already got, which I bought last year in the sale. So it's sat in the bedroom. But once all the paper's gone, I think it'll be handmade gift bags. Then that's going to be good for the environment, really, isn't it? Because the gift bags will come back to me. I will store them with tags. That'd be good. I'm sure they'll get used to it. Because they only just rip it apart and it ends up in the bin. Anyhow, I'm going to sort of round this one off for today. There's probably more on here than I thought. So, I don't know. I don't know. It'll probably go in with day 6s, I think. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. Bye. Hello and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. Unfortunately, yet again, it's 8:30 in the evening and I've not picked the camera up today at all. Not really done anything. I went to work today and the weather's been really miserable here today. Wind, rain. Our high street was absolutely totally empty. So I came home a little bit earlier today with plans of doing some sewing and other things, and it didn't go to plan, did it? I got home and within 5 minutes of me getting home it absolutely threw it down with rain. So there was no way I was getting wet to come out here to do any sewing. So I had a nice cup of tea, checked my emails and everything, and then I remembered that I'd had an email about some new stock for next year that was arriving in one of the places that I buy from. So I must admit I spent a good couple of hours going through all the pictures and, oh, excuse me a minute, I need a cup of tea, I think, and everything, and deciding what I wanted to order for next year. Now, I'm pleased to say that some of the Christmas fabrics for next year are really nice, and it looks like it's going to be Snoopy again, gnomes again, gingerbread men and things again, Scandi, and sort of, not reindeer, stags and things like that again, and they're really very nice. And yeah, so these are all going to be available from the 31st of July. So Christmas will be coming early with the fabric in the shop next year, which I am thrilled to bits with, because this year it was a bit poor on deliveries. So I'm hoping this one company, they seem to be able to stick to their timetable, which is fantastic, whereas the other one is a little bit up and down, which is a bit disappointing, but never mind. It's just the way things are at the minute. I mean, I'm still waiting for fabrics that they owe me from this year, and yet again things are stuck in the middle of the ocean, aren't they, on the container ship, but I'm sure they will arrive at some point. So long as they don't all arrive together, we'll be fine. So that took me quite a while, and I think it was probably about, I don't know, 4:30 time then by the time I'd done. And then I got a phone call from Kevin saying he was about half an hour away, so that was that. And I thought, oh, I'll go and sort some tea out. But when I got downstairs, Adele was filming in the kitchen, wasn't she? So half an hour later, I'm thinking, oh, I'm never going to get in the kitchen. Anyhow, luckily, Adele had cooked tea. So I think she's filmed it for her vlog. And I think, yeah, she's made, what does she make now? Bubble and squeak, that was it. And we had bubble and squeak, roasted carrots, and there was some broccoli and cauliflower cheese bakes, that's it, and gravy, and it was really nice, lovely. But that meant I couldn't get into the kitchen to do anything myself or to get outside to do anything. So that scuppered my plans there. So then by the time we'd had tea, you know what it's like when you've had your tea, you just want to sit back and relax a bit, which we did. And then we got talking about the floor and the new cooker. And I've had to wait to film because Gavin has been in the garden cutting the piece of wood for the floor, which is good, we're getting that bit closer. But he wants to coat it with some like kind of varnish. It is treated wood, but he wants to coat the top and the bottom of the panel before he puts it down again so it doesn't disintegrate, because this piece of wood just totally disintegrated. But it's just one part. I don't know if it just had more sort of traffic on it, because it's the piece that you step on straight away as soon as you come in and out of the living room. So that should be done pretty soon. So we are talking about ordering the cooker. Now I've shown him the one I want, but he has to read all the reviews and see, you know, what's what about it, which is fine. That's fine, I don't mind. So I've had to wait, because I said to him, I want to order it tonight, because now the delivery date is lengthened. It's 7 days after you order, which takes us up to about the 14th at this minute. So I need to get it ordered. So yeah, that's we've been reading reviews, so that stopped at the minute while he did the wood, and I thought, well, I'll get out here and do a bit of filming. So yes, so I've got to go back in, and then I can hopefully go and order it tonight, and then we can arrange to have the old one taken away, because this company who are getting the cooker off, they're going to charge £20 to take it away. Whatever happened to taking it away for free? And then they want to charge you £95 for connecting your cooker up. So in your gas pipe, for goodness sake. I don't think so. So that's a bit, when you're paying a lot of money for a cooker, I think that's a bit steep. So yeah, so we've got a few things to consider, but so long as it's ordered tonight, I will be happy. And get some things made for Christmas then, because I want to make some mince pies, because I've got a lovely jar of mincemeat that's got brandy in and lots of other nice things. I got it from Marks and Spencer, so it should be nice, and I'm going to get some pastry made hopefully. So yeah, I've got lots of other things. We've been looking through one of the vegetarian cookbooks for Christmas, magazine I should say, that I had last year, and there's a few nice things that we want to try. So the oven will probably be on non-stop when we get it. Oh dear, I don't know. Anyhow, next thing I want to tell you about is, well, I got my overlock yesterday, I probably said. In the listing it said you get some free threads, which when it came, I didn't get any free threads. And today I had a nice surprise, because I got a box of free threads. And believe it or not, they are Madeira. So this is what I've got, and I've got 12 threads in here, because the machine takes up to 4 threads. And if I can get the box open, I will show you. So I'm really pleased at this, because Madeira threads are really nice. I mean, I've just put the moon threads on, but it's still sewed really well. So I have 4 spools of white, which I use white a lot. Grey, which I tend to use grey the most, because it goes with any fabric, and black. So I am thrilled to bits with this, and like I say, especially because it's Madeira thread. I love Madeira thread. Can be a bit pricey though, but it is nice. Right, we'll pop them on one side for a minute. I'll be back in a second. I just thought I'd share with you as well a piece of fabric that Adele bought me when she went to, I think she went to Leeds and York the other week with her friends, stayed over, and she got me a meter of this lovely Tumpty fabric, and it's sort of got a beige, it's a beigey background, but it looks really nice. I'm just not sure what to make with it. I've got that many ideas. It's like, what do I make? What do I want? So I don't know. I'll have to make up my mind at some point. But it is 100% cotton, this one, so it is a nice one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to coming up with something for that. Right, next thing is what I'm doing. Right, the Scraptacular Light Cowl. That's what I have just started. I started this yesterday. And I haven't done very much. I'm just coming towards the end of the rib. I think I've got another 2 rows on my rib. Now the needles that I'm using are 6.5mm and 5.5mm, and they are 60 centimetres. I think that's 24 inch, I think. Yeah, and they're just ordinary normal length size needles. And I thought last night, I thought, oh no, these might not work. So I went on and ordered a pair of the short stubbies with 1 cable, just in case. I think I panicked a bit because luckily the normal size are working quite well. So I'm really looking forward to getting onto the bit of colour work next. So what I'm hoping to do is, when I finish filming and editing and that, is to have to go and sit down and get a nice cup of tea, get my hot water bottle out because I'm cold, and sit down for a couple of hours and see what I can get done. Now this blue is knitting up really well. It feels quite soft. It's nice. And the next colour I'm putting in is the cream. So it's going to be like that. So I'm hoping before I show you anything tomorrow, I will have got the cream, well, some of the cream in. So that'll be nice. But excuse me. I must admit, it's nice to do something different instead of socks all the time. Right, so the next bit I'm going to show you what I've been doing is, sorry for the rustling, is the free hat pattern off Ravelry. And I'm using this pebble yarn by Woolcraft, 200g ball. And this is the one that I'm waiting for my needles for. So I have got that far to there is the rib part. I'm sure you can see the difference. And then I've got this far on the sort of rib for the hat. But I'm leaving it now until my needles come. But my needles aren't going to arrive until the weekend, which it doesn't matter. I've got my cowl I can be working on. So I'm keeping that in my, this is probably the biggest bag I've got. And that's sort of a Scandi heart, that. And I've just got poppers on it. And it's got some of the red inside with the hearts on and the snowflakes. So that's really nice. I'm glad I can actually use this bag at long last. And it fits both projects in, which is great. So I'll just put my pattern away. There we go. Okay, well, I didn't open my tea yesterday for day 6. Completely forgot about it, didn't I? That's because it's not in the kitchen, it's sat out here. So day 6, let's have a look. It's a popping Christmas butter toffee. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably put a little bit of footage in of this tomorrow, at the beginning of tomorrow's vlog. Now I'm just going to have a little smell at this. Now look at that, you can see it looks like little bits of popcorn in there, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see that, but it smells, oh, that smells absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love that. It does smell of toffee, which is really, really nice. And we'll see what the ingredients are. It's a rhubarb tea again. Toasted rice. I can't read what that says. I wish they'd have it in bigger print, you know. Greek, whatever that is. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Puffed quinoa, sunflower petals, and natural flavourings. So I think when I go in, I am going to definitely make that one, because if it tastes as good as it smells, it'll be brilliant. And today's tea, number 7, so I've got right day today, it's called Good Karma. It says, take a moment for you with this cacao, turmeric and ginger brew. Now, turmeric and ginger, I don't know about them. But, you know, I'm going to try them because all the others have been really nice. And that's what this one looks like. Whee. For the bits. Oh, I can smell some ginger. Oh, that's not too bad, that. Not too bad. I think I'm getting used to ginger a bit more now, because I have to put ginger in the rhubarb gin, which you can taste it a little bit and it's not too bad. So that should be okay. And this has got, yeah, and you can have this one with or without milk. It's got cacao nibs, oat flavouring tops, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, cacao shells, and it's got something else which I can't pronounce whatsoever, so I'm not even going to try it. So that should be nice. I wonder if that's a good one to have before bedtime. So I'm looking forward to trying that as well. I think that's probably everything I've got to share with you for now. Yeah, I've got nothing else to show you today. I'm just trying to keep myself warm. I think I could do with like a clip or a brooch to keep this shawl off. Anyhow, I'm hoping everybody's had a good day today, and hope everybody is well and keeping out of this weather and doing lots of crafty things. That's where I'm going to be. Going to do some crafty things now. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again tomorrow for day 8. Take care everyone, and have a good evening. Bye for now.